It's great to be able to say, I want to tear out a tree. It's great to be able to say, I want to move a fence without having to ask somebody because you own it and it's yours. And that sense of ownership, that pride of being able to have something where your children and your family can say, hey, this is so-and-so's house. Take a look at it. It's nice. This is so-and-so's house. Take a look at it. Isn't it beautiful? That pride has kind of been warped, manipulated, and has evolved into this number. $19,884. That is basically what the average American household is spending per year for housing. Now, there are conflicting numbers on this, like any statistic you can pull, but it's a scary number. Now, you can live in low-income areas and you can live in high-income areas. You'll see a strategic difference. You can pick where you live carefully, but the bottom line is the way we're choosing to own homes in America is eating our capital alive. Number 2 on the 5 worth fighting for is the car. Now, I'm a car nut, and a lot of people around me are too. I have a friend that owns a mechanic shop, and sometimes I go up there and he's got something really nice that's being worked on. I kind of stand there from about 10 feet away, look into the bay, and just gaze in awe at the nice, expensive, gorgeous, beautiful car. I love engineering. You know, complexity is something that draws a nerd like me, so cars are great. Unfortunately, the average car payment in America right now is about $6,276, and the average depreciation in this country for an automobile is $3,000 a year. So that means when we buy something that's really nice and pretty, we're losing $3,000 a year and we're making a car payment as well on it. Come together, that's a little over $9,000 when you take those two numbers and smush them together. So we're spending a tremendous amount annually on cars. Now, spending it on cars and where the money is actually winding up as far as what sector it goes to is something that we're going to dig into in future videos. But my wife kind of puts it this way. She says she likes shiny, and I agree. Unfortunately, we both talked about it and figured out that shiny and pretty with wheels is really, really expensive. Number 3 on the 5 worth fighting for. Okay, so what have we gone over so far? We've gone over the house, we've gone over the car, and now we're going to talk about, cold shiver down the spine, folks, taxes. Oh, look what finger that just happened to be. Huh. Would you look at that? But no, so what's with the ball and chain here, right? Well, every year Americans spend an average of $9,118 on income taxes. Now, most of this is correlated to the fact that we have a high consumption society and there's very little investment of Americans into their actual capital and net worth. Phrase you're going to hear a lot from me in the next 6 months is capital, because it's a capitalistic society. And there are ways we can invest our capital and become wealthier and build something for the future while not spending quite as much on taxes and maybe taking that ball and chain and just knocking a little bit off it, chiseling it down in size a little bit at a time. So there are 2 things that are certain, death and taxes, but that's number 3, and quite frankly, again, has a real special place in the 5 worth fighting for. Oh, pizza, pizza, wherefore art thou? Holy crap. You're $12.75 per person to eat out on average? Hi, groceries. You're $2.50 on average. We're gonna be friends. Pizza, it's just not working out. Okay, so that's kind of funny, but the real truth of the matter is the average American is spending that $12.75 per meal to eat out, while the standard meal prepared at home can actually be way under $2.50 per person, just depending on what ingredients you use. So when we say $2.50, we're taking into account that most people are busy and they're going to buy some partially finished goods, and we're going to get into that more later. But, you know, that pizza, if I've got to work 4 times as long for pizza instead of beef stew, I think I'm about to become a stew man. So what does all this add up to? Well, for a family of 4, $928 a month. But wait, it gets better for that happy family, because one day they wake up and realize they're spending $11,136 per year to eat outside the home. So, what are people actually spending? The numbers show $10,118 per year for insurance per household. And this is where the numbers are a little amorphous, because if I go with the Department of Labor statistics, they're telling us it's a little bit more because they kind of don't put automobile insurance in its own category. Don't know why, it's legally required. Or you can go with other third parties and they leave other numbers out of the equation because statistics are very malleable. If you see anything with numbers, that means that it's been created using a series of assumptions. These numbers are about to speak for themselves. And you know why? Because I'm going to show you how this nice couple here, they make the average. Both of them work hard. They got those 2 kids at home, right? Well, let's see what the 5 worth fighting for equates to for them. Shall we? Let's see. And off we go. And what do you know? Look at the shift in what they have left over. They go from that measly 40+ thousand to over $90,000 available. Now, do they have other bills? Sure. But this is what the 5 worth fighting for is all about.